Hey everyone, Meinke here from MLive.com, joined by Justin Rogers. Day 3 of minicamp, rookie minicamp is in the books. Justin, we talked to a few of the undrafted guys who were in camp with the draft picks. I know you talked to Zach Zenner, who's been a hot name in camp. What were your impressions of what he had to say and maybe his chances of making the team?
He's another one of those mature, smart character guys with his team.
So his chances are good.
His chances are good. Guy's engaged,
Yeah.
as silly as that story has been. He wants to be a doctor after his career's over, a surgeon, in fact. Has a biology degree and has been already accepted to multiple med schools. But more important to now is what can he do on the football field. Guy ran for 2,000 yards each of the last 3 seasons. His chances of making this roster are contingent upon being a quality special teams contributor. You're not going to make it as a 5th running back, based on your running skills. Yep. It's going to be what you can offer the team as you develop those running skills. He hasn't done special teams for a long time. As a superstar player at a small school, they pulled him off to protect him. He did not work on kicks. I asked him about that. He was doing a lot of blocking work, but he's pretty confident about his chances, and that's why he's here. That's why he decided to come here, and it's going to be a matter of whether he can beat out George Wynn, who was that guy last year.
Your special teams are always a good metric for determining or to kind of perceiving which end of the roster types have a chance of making the team. And I asked Isaiah Johnson, who's from Georgia Tech, safety, who's in camp. He had a big roster bonus, I believe, $10,000 for being here, which signals that the Lions were pretty interested in him. Sure. And having him here. And I asked him about the special teams thing, and he said he did considerable special teams at Georgia Tech, particularly early in his career. He was pulled off them a little bit in his final year there, but had a lot of experience. And he said he was on every single special team in camp here. Every special team that was installed here, he was on it. So I think that's a pretty good sign that they want to give this kid a go and see what he can do. And I know they like his size a lot. 6'1", 200 and some change, long body out there, hard hitter. Anthony Boone is in camp, the quarterback from Duke, and he said he's never been hit by Isaiah Johnson in that Duke-Georgia Tech rivalry, but he's led some receivers right into Isaiah Johnson, seen some big hits too. So I think he has a good chance. Johnson actually said he came here in part because he saw the James Ahadibo thing playing out in the papers and online and so forth, and he said he actually quoted Jay-Z. He said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman."
Wow.
And just explaining that, he wants to play football, but he also understands the business realities of it. And with something like that playing out, it might give him a better opportunity to make the team.
That's a whole different level quote than what maybe Caldwell would throw at us, Japanese proverb, Jay-Z. But you mentioned the bonus you got, the $10,000. And you go back later in Waddle, Joseph Fourier, Cornelius Lucas were the biggest bonuses of their undrafted classes. They're on the roster now. Zenner's bonus amount isn't public at this point, but it's always a good indicator. It's not the end-all be-all barometer, but it's a good indicator of the strength of interest of a team. So yeah, I think Johnson has a good shot. I don't know if you'll agree with me here. I think Isa Abdul-Quddus is a fine player. I don't see him as a prototypical strong safety in the James Ahadibo mold. He can play it. So can Quinn, but neither one of those guys are the prototypical in-the-box strong safety that Terrell Austin likes. Johnson is. So long-term investment with Ahadibo being in the final year of his deal, it's looking really far into the future, but could he be that guy or the backup to that guy next year? I think yes.
Johnson said he did spend most of camp at free safety. So I'm not sure how that. Yeah, so I'm not. Given his body and the fact he's a big hitter and a good tackler, I thought he'd play more strong. But he said he was playing free, which I thought was pretty interesting. Also, they gave $1.5 million to Isa Abdul-Quddus. So I mean, anything can happen. Of course, I'm not sure what his guarantees are, but the seriousness of the money makes me think he'll be here.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, but it's a 1-year deal, I guess, is what I was getting at. And there's nothing set in stone, much like the defensive tackle situation. It's very open following the 2015 season, and that's what I think of these guys is that they've signed 3-year deals. Whether they're going to see the life of that deal, but there is the door open for long-term success if they prove themselves in this format.
Caldwell wouldn't say today who the Lions intend to sign, but they'll sign a few guys for sure.
Yep.
And I think Zach Zenner and Isaiah Johnson are two of the most likely candidates. I think we both agree there. That's what we got from minicamp. It is Mother's Day, so we just wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day, especially Justin Rogers' mom.
Yeah, they're probably both watching, so we're doing our duties as sons.
So on that note, we'll get out of here. For Justin Rogers, I'm Kyle Meinke. We are MLive. Keep it right here.